Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Let's give it a few more minutes. Let's see if folks that are supposed to present today show up. Right. I don't know if the folks there from the TFX project are supposed to present today. Let's give it a little bit. We'll give it a few minutes. All right, I think these guys maybe not showing up today, so might be a no-show from them. So anything anybody on the call would like to discuss? Or?
So Ricardo, are you doing all the scheduling of all the speakers?
Yeah, I'm actually reaching out to them, and if you actually know somebody wants to speak at in the meeting, so just reach out to them, and then they can actually add their item on the agenda. Uh, right now, we have bi-weekly meetings or meetings every 2 weeks, and if we have more speakers, we can actually set it up as a weekly cadence or set up a kind of one-off meeting. So that's doable, right? So
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, if there are some people interested in like we talked about maybe some of the working groups, and that's also we can schedule something or we can create a working group related to the tag.
Yeah, it seems like I mean, I could find people to speak from inside Red Hat, but they don't necessarily have projects that want to start incubation. That's what this is all about. So um, I was just wondering how you find those people, the new projects.
Yeah, I mean, these projects don't have to be in incubation, or they could be early, or they could be ideas in the open source community and within the runtime scope.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and I mean, it all helps and get more visibility and get more the community involved and get more people interested and maybe contributing to those projects or just participating in these meetings.
Sometimes it also happens when the projects reach out, for example, like to me or to other TOCs, and they want to get to CNCF Sandbox or they want to get tag runtime opinion on how they manage the project. And we always suggest them to go and present here first.
Okay. So that makes sense. They come to you sometimes because otherwise it would be, I think it would be difficult to keep that pipeline full all the time, possibly, but maybe not if lots of people are trying to get into the CNCF.
I'm very impressed by Ricardo reaching out to the projects and filling this pipeline, like constantly impressed.
Me too. That's why I'm wondering, how does this magic happen?
Yeah, I mean, I talk to other people and I go online and look out for runtime projects, right? So I sometimes I search through GitHub repositories and see projects that are within the scope, and then I open an issue in the project um, and basically ask them to participate. So that's kind of been the theme, right? So, but I mean, there may be some other things like Alina mentioned where they come directly to the TOC, and then I reach out to them whether they want to present in a meeting, so to talk about the project.
Yeah, so thanks for explaining. I'm always amazed that there's plenty of speakers.
Yeah, and there are some maybe areas that are kind of newer. So we've had a few projects on WebAssembly. So I've kind of actually gone to like GitHub and trying to find projects, related to WebAssembly, right? So, and some of them actually respond, some of them don't. And there's also, for example, this WebAssembly Foundation. I can't remember what it's called now, but they have some projects there. So I've reached out to them. So those are some of the examples and some of the things that I do to try to find more and more projects and participation.
Yeah, and then there's the whole idea of what is the extent of runtime, right? I mean,
Mhm.
is it, I mean, there are things that are runtimes, but things people do sometimes present here, things that seem bigger than a runtime to me, like the bigger scope, like this coordination of all these Kubernetes clusters and things like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But then some may not actually have a place within the tags. So sometimes they may choose, to present in this meeting because it most closely resembles whatever the scope is, right? So, but and I think it's also open, in terms of like changing the scope of the tag. I mean, it doesn't have to be fixed. So if there's some area where um, it's kind of popular or gaining a lot of traction, and something that would CNCF can help. I think the tag of the SIG can actually be extended or changed. But there are some other tags, so the idea is just to not overlap with those, right? So as long as it doesn't overlap as with those, or doesn't overlap as much, right? Because there's always a little bit of overlap in some of these tags.
Yeah. I know you mentioned at one point there might be an ML ops SIG starting. Did that happen? I felt like I was just too deep in this product I'm working on at Red Hat to actually do that. But did that end up happening?
No. What I meant was a working group um, behind the tag, and no, it hasn't happened. So yeah, if you know of anybody who has time to, because you have to coordinate, you have to start the meetings, you have to start reaching out to people, and so and getting people together to try to work on something, right? So the idea of the working group is to try to come up with something, right? Not necessarily what we do in the tag meetings, like the presentations of the projects, but more about, are they working on a standard? Are they working on a piece of code, right? So that some sort of artifact, right?
Okay, yeah, I think that's an interesting, very much a growing area, but I just too
Yeah.
swamped with other things to do that right now.
Yeah, and there's this project that was supposed to present today. TFX was in that area with MLOps. Basically, it's end-to-end pipelines but using TensorFlow. So it's from the same people who created TensorFlow. So
Oh, wow. And
I was
what's,
wondering, yeah, sorry, Diane.
I'm sorry. So what was the name of that project that was supposed to present today?
TFX.
TFX. Okay, yeah, I've seen their presentations before at TensorFlow Dev Summit.
Yeah. So so I'll reach out to them and see if they can reschedule and present another time. All right. So anything else? Tomorrow is Juneteenth in the US. So happy Juneteenth.
Thank you. I saw that in the calendar.
Yeah. All righty. Thank you.
Thanks, Ricardo.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.